Hi there, hope you're all doing well. This week I wanted to work on some darker skin tones, so I grabbed this samurai warrior from Titan Forge Miniatures that I printed out a few years ago. This guy is actually called Vinn now from Bloodfields, but when I printed him out, Bloodfields wasn't a thing. He was primed in black and I get started with Druid flesh as the base colour for the skin. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. You can also join Discord using the link in the description, where you can share anything you have been working on. The next part of the skin is Paladin flesh. This goes over all of the raised parts, only leaving the darker colour in the recesses and between the muscles to add some definition. The final highlight on the skin is done with barred skin. This goes over all of the raised parts that will be getting hit directly by light. To tie all of the skin together and blend the highlights, I added a wash of Flesh Wash from Army Painter. I think this is partly where I went wrong on previous minis, where I used 2 thin coats Flesh Wash instead. That stains far more than this one. With the skin finished, I get started on a fabric with reddish grey as the base colour. The first highlight to start lightening up the fabric is warm grey. This just leaves that darker tone in the recesses of the folds. Finishing off the fabric, I went over all of the raised parts of the folds and the edges with rock grey. I spent a bit of extra time on his right leg as well, just as this is going to be getting hit the most with the light. For the remaining parts of the armour and clothing, I added a base colour of Dread Red, just to get that dark red shadow colour. Starting to bring up the red parts, I went over all of the larger areas with Asmodeus red, leaving that darker colour in the smaller and recessed parts. Bringing up the edges and some of the more prominent parts of the armour, I went over these with Evil Eye Red. For all of the wrappings, the hat and the bamboo on the base, I gave them a once over with golden brown. To add some definition to the ropes and the bamboo, I added a highlight with sand yellow. This knocks it down a touch from that vibrant yellow, but it still maintains a good punch of contrast I want compared to the other colours on the mini. For the remaining parts of the base, I went over with them with Death Reaper, just to put them back to a starting position. For the stone on the base, this now gets a quick once over with black brown. Now to start on the Oni's face with Rodent Grey, bringing up all of the parts of the skin that are visible under the hair, along with the edge of the stonework. Next up, I used Wizard Grey to add a highlight to the hair. I also went over the inside of the stonework, just leaving that brown inside the engravings. To push the face up some more, I added a highlight of Ranger Cloak. Now to go around the engravings on the base and the final highlight on the hair, I used Pale Grey. To add some more shadow to the ropes and the armor parts, I added a wash of Archaic Sepia wash. With the wash drying, I grabbed plate armor and quickly added in the sword blade and some of the metal details around the mini. Next up, I used the Battle Mud wash to go over the base and the sword. With the wash now dry, I finish off the mini with some zombie gore around the Oni's head and on the sword blade. And that will be it for the Samurai Warrior. I think I've finally started to crack darker skin tones and that off-white fabric, so I think I might actually move on to try practicing something else for now. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. You can also join Discord using the link in the description, where you can share anything you have been working on. As always, if you want a closer look at this mini, check out my Instagram page. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Most importantly though, be kind to each other.